Welcome to the Wellness Abundance Podcast. I'm Melissa King, your podcast host, board-certified health and wellness coach, certified personal trainer, and founder of Wellness Abundance Coaching. I created this podcast to help women like you learn more about your body so you can age gracefully and navigate the different seasons of your life effortlessly. If you're a woman searching for answers to unexpected weight gain, intense PMS, chronic fatigue, fertility challenges, PCOS, brain fog, and more, this podcast is for you. We'll do a deep dive into all areas of women's health and connect with experts so you can get clarity on what's happening within your body. This will empower you to take control of your mindset on the natural aging process and create flexible lifestyle habits that work for you at any age. Now, grab your favorite glass of wine, cup of coffee, or mocktail, and enjoy the episode. Hello, and welcome back to another Wellness Abundance podcast. I'm your host, Melissa King. Okay, so today I want to share with you 3 reasons to ditch your scale and what to do instead. Okay, so as women, we're kind of conditioned to focus all our energy in regards to weight on the number on the scale. Well, that doesn't always work, because if you're like me and hundreds and thousands of other women, having a scale round, you can get a little obsessive with it, right? You know, weighing yourself every single day, sometimes even multiple times a day, which your body weight fluctuates throughout the day, because in the morning before you eat, you may, be leaner. You may not have as much water weight on. Or if you ate a huge meal the night before, then you may still be a little bit bloated, which in turn can bump the number up on the scale. Just even if it's just the slightest, it could be, a little frustrating and discouraging. So then when we obsess about the number on the scale, we tend to go down a rabbit hole. And I am speaking from my personal experience, and also people I talk to, my clients, and just women in general, really, men too. I know there are some men who can get obsessed with the scale as well. Because, okay, here's how the cycle goes. So, we tend to think that the number on the scale, we have to have a certain number to be qualified as hot or lean or gorgeous or beautiful, which the reality is your quote unquote hotness and the fact that you're beautiful and gorgeous has absolutely nothing to do with the number on the scale, okay? Let's just get that out there, okay? And then when we don't see the number on the scale that we are expecting to see, we kind of go down like the rabbit hole of, what do we do next? Okay, now I'm just going to restrict calories. Now I'm going to go low fat. Now I'm going to count calories. Now I'm going to cut way back on carbs. And then I'm going to decrease my sugar. I'm not going to drink alcohol for 8 weeks. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to increase my cardio from 5 days a week to 7 days a week. And we just go down this rabbit hole. And then this just really ends up leading to chronic fatigue, intense PMS, mood swings, hormonal imbalances, which I want to talk about in a completely separate episode about whether or not you can actually balance your hormones and what that may look like for you. But that's a topic for another conversation. Salt and sugar cravings, and ironically, weight gain. So all these things, the number on the scale is driving you to do these things that really aren't effective for really true sustainable fat loss. So, okay. So let's start with the first reason. Reason number one is to ditch your scale is to minimize confusion, frustration, and disappointment. Okay. Because really spending too much time on this scale, it just naturally leads to frustration and then kind of brings feelings of disappointment to the surface. Would you agree? Yeah. And it's nothing you maybe can control or can't control. So then, we get obsessed with cardio and counting calories and carbs or both. And then you tend to even say, I gotta work out, even if I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I feel like crap because I just started my cycle again and I'm feeling so crampy that I really just want to lay in bed with a movie or binge watch a show and a heating pad. Okay. So you don't really need to work out when when you're feeling like that. But when we're so obsessed with the number on the scale, we tend to just work out no matter what. So, what to do instead is to really take the time to get to know your body. So, because I say this over and over again, your body wants to be healthy. Okay. It's designed to be healthy. It has systems in place to be healthy. So it's designed to help you thrive when you give it what it wants. You just need to know what to give it and when. Okay. So, and one amazing way to get to know your body is to track your menstrual cycle if you're in your reproductive years. Now, if you're perimenopause, you can still do this. It's a little bit trickier. I know, going through it right now. And then menopause is obviously different, which we'll tackle on another podcast episode. But we'll just focus right now. If you have a cycle, you're in your reproductive years, you ovulate, or maybe you don't ovulate at this time for various reasons. Really kind of track your cycle. So this is really important because you could track like your energy levels, your sleep patterns, your hunger levels, mood swings, and anything else that you're inspired to write down. Just track it. See where you are. So kind of think back to when the first day of your last period was. That's the first day of your cycle. If you can't remember, don't worry about it. Just wait until you start your period again and then make a note of that day and just track how you feel. Like what are your hunger levels like? How are you sleeping? How are your moods? Do you get stressed easy? Do you feel your high anxiety levels? Now, I'm not saying that your cycle has to do with all this, but this can be a good baseline, a good foundation to measure, to make some informed decisions on how to eat, things like that. So at the first half of your cycle, you may or may not feel like super hungry. If your hunger levels probably will be what you consider normal, where you're just eating a regular amount. Then when you're ovulating, the couple days that you ovulate, you may notice a surge of energy and you'd be like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to rock this workout. But I just want to, encourage you to proceed with caution a little bit with this, because not only do your hormone levels go up and your mood goes up, which is part of your motivation to want to move more, but your chances of injury can go up. So just remember to just do your best to fight the urge to overdo it during this time. Okay, so then after you get close to the end of your cycle, you may notice your hunger levels go up. So during this time, I feel like I could eat every single thing in our fridge and freezer and pantry. Like I could feel like I could eat everything and still not feel satisfied. And this is because my body's telling me that I need the extra nutrition. And in the nutrition, in the form of whole foods. So coach's note, do not indulge in a ton of junk food. Maybe a little bit, treat yourself, indulge, give yourself permission. But when you're super hungry like this, your body's really telling you it needs more nutrients from whole foods. So do your best, to focus on whole foods. So, okay, reason number 2 to ditch your scale is that there's other ways to measure your progress more effectively. because here's the hard truth about the scale. The number on the scale doesn't always reflect your progress accurately. Okay, there, I said it. The hard truth is out there. Now let's discuss. Okay, so a fun fact, muscle is denser than fat. Yep, it's true. So what does this mean? This means if you take a fistful of muscle and a fistful of fat and put them on their own scales, the fistful of muscle the number on the scale on the fistful of muscle is on will be higher, okay? So that means that if you've been doing some strength training sessions for several weeks, months, you're very consistent with it, you're slowly increasing your weight that you push around, even if you're doing body weight and you're noticing yourself improving, and then you step on the scale and you're like, oh my gosh, my weight hasn't budged, or I gained 2 pounds. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Oh my gosh, this isn't working. Well, you're probably gaining muscle, which is a good thing. This is what you want. This is what you want. And this is one of the reasons why the scale is not the most accurate way to measure your weight loss progress, specifically fat loss progress, because you may not necessarily be losing weight, but you are losing fat, which losing weight and losing fat are 2 different things. Okay, so a more accurate way to measure your progress is by how your clothes fit. This is how I know that I'm leaning up a little bit. And you guys, I lean up too. I go through phases where I'm just in a maintenance phase, where I'm eating my normal amount and I'm just doing strength training. I'm not really increasing my weight or my reps or anything like that. I just want to maintain. Right now, currently, I'm in a phase where I'm wanting to get stronger. I'm wanting to really grow my muscles and become a little bit leaner and stronger because I have a goal to be able to do a pull-up. So if you're reaching towards a goal like this and you're doing strength training, focus on how your clothes are fitting and also the progress that you're making in the gym too, or with your weights or at home, wherever you do your strength workouts. If you feel like you are getting stronger, that means you're leaning up, which is a good thing. You're building more lean muscle mass. So another way is to take measurements, your arms, your hips, your thighs, your waist, your midsection. Use a little, the super soft like fabric measure tape. So you get at any fabric store, buy one on Amazon, wherever you want, and they're super cheap. You could take measurements that way. That's another great way to measure progress because again, you're gonna notice at this point if you're actually leaning up, and if you're leaning up and you're building muscle, this type of measurement is going to reflect your progress and that you are making progress. Okay, so reason number 3 to ditch your scale is that sustainable fat loss results take time and patience. Okay, I know it feels like the weight came on, sometimes the weight comes on overnight, but the reality is your body actually doesn't work that way, okay? You have slowly been gaining weight over the years. And I say this not just from a professional perspective, as someone who geeks out on all the science of the body and studies the body, but someone who had personal experience with it in her 20s. I noticed my clothes were just very slowly, slightly just getting a little bit more snug when I was in my mid to late 20s, actually early to mid 20s. I noticed that it was slow. It didn't happen overnight. It felt like it, but it did not. Okay. So, and it's the same thing with weight loss. And sometimes in the beginning, let's say you really start to eat more protein. So you're not as hungry anymore. So you're eating more protein, more whole food meals. You're not maybe scaling back on the number of glasses of wine you drink each week, or, the number of sugary drinks you drink. You may notice some weight loss immediately. Most of the time, this is really just water loss. Okay, your body's just kind of getting rid of any extra water that it's holding on to from, say, bloating. So that's what this is. And you may be thinking, cool, this is actually working. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is so great. And then your progress stalls. Well, it's because your body packed on that extra fat slowly, that in order to do it, in order to get back to a healthy weight or get to a healthy weight, if you haven't really ever been at a healthy weight, it needs to do it slowly, because it knows that like these crash diets, dropping weight super quickly is not healthy. It's not good for you. And if you are dropping weight super quickly, I highly, highly, highly encourage you to go see a healthcare professional, because that could be a sign that something's kind of off in your body, and it's important to get that checked out. Okay, so rather than, so how do you focus on, rather than focusing on the actual weight loss, focus on what you want to do. Like, what are you doing on a daily basis? What action items are you doing? That's what I like to call it with my clients, action items. What are you doing on a daily basis to help you get to your healthy weight goal? Are you getting to bed on time? Are you eating more protein and less processed food? Are you drinking more water and less sodas, less sugary drinks? What else are you doing? Are you moving your body more? Are you even doing one strength training session a week? Is that your starting point? Great. Okay, now really celebrate these efforts. Celebrate these action items that you are doing on a daily basis. Really celebrate it. Okay. So for example, if you ate more protein at breakfast, give yourself a high five. If you did a strength workout after work, even if it's just one day a week, do a happy dance. If you got a full night's rest and you woke up feeling awesome, be grateful for your efforts to get to bed on time, So really making that shift from the number on the scale to your daily wins will help you transition your mindset into focusing on the things you can control, your efforts and your actions. Okay. And I say efforts because sometimes, actions are great, but sometimes it's the effort that we put in to drive our actions that really make a difference too. Okay. All right. So now how do you gently tell your scale that, you know what, I think I need my space right now. Okay. I know it's hard. It's hard breaking up with people, let alone your scale. You and your scale have been together for many years. You have this relationship, you chat every day. How do you tell your scale it's time to I just need some space. Let me just have some time to myself to think. So taking small steps to scale back, pun intended, the number of times you get on the scale to check your weight may be a good starting point. So if you do this multiple times a day, maybe just do it once a day. And do it at the same time every single day. That way you get more of an accurate reading. But just remember what I said in the beginning, that the scale's not always accurate. Even if you weigh yourself every morning, you ate a big meal the night before, or you didn't sleep well, or you're just retaining water because of that time in your cycle, the number could fluctuate, just FYI. So also before you get on your scale, just remind yourself that you are a badass, confident woman, no matter what the scale says. Okay, you are a confident, badass CEO, okay, of your life. And this number on the scale does not define you as a woman, okay? I want to make that perfectly clear, because oftentimes we get in that mindset of I have to weigh a certain amount because society tells me to. So your effort, your commitment, and your trust in your body are what makes you a badass, confident woman that's going to get you to a healthy weight that works for you, okay? Everyone is different. Your healthy weight's different than my healthy weight, and it's different than your sisters, than your mothers, than your friends, than your girlfriends, whoever, okay? So if you want to brainstorm ideas on how you can move away from the scale, click on the link either in the show notes or in the YouTube description and book a call with me. Click on the link to book a call, and we'll hop on a call and we'll just brainstorm ideas on how you can get away from the scale. You could also visit melissaking.net, go to book a call, and you can book a free 20-minute call with me, and we could chat. So how are you going to get rid of it? How are you going to scale back from using the scale? Haha, pun intended. Anyways, how are you going to do that? What do you think would work best for you specifically? And remember to subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, remember to subscribe to our channel. On Apple or Spotify, subscribe. We love that. And share this episode with any of your friends, family members, any of the women in your life who want to scale back on using the scale. All right. Thank you so much for watching and or listening, and I'll see you guys next time. The Wellness Abundance Podcast is sponsored by Wellness Abundance Coaching. At Wellness Abundance Coaching, we help women create flexible nutrition and fitness plans that fit into their life to help them lose weight effortlessly and navigate the different hormonal seasons of their life with clarity, empowerment, and flexibility. We offer one-on-one and group health and fitness coaching. To learn more about how we can help you navigate the different seasons of your life and become the healthiest version of yourself, schedule a time to chat with us by visiting melissaking.net.